Welcome back, guys, to some more top 3 worst characters in Plants vs Zombies. We are here today doing the top 3 worst zombies, but before we jump into that, in the last video of the top 3 worst plants, Camo Cactus was on the list for his slow aiming down the sights. This has now been adjusted because you can actually go into options and change your aim sensitivity. Okay, so usually it was around here, and you can see why. Obviously aim down the sights is rather slow, but go into options and change that all the way up, and now Camo Cactus should be a lot more effective. Even though he's still got a little bit less ammo, his speed while aiming down the sights, it's so useful now. It's so useful. But guys, let's jump in with the first zombie. For the first zombie, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Captain Cannon. Okay, now I'd like to point out that the petrified cactus was a contender for the cactus spot in the top 3 plants, but he was taken over by Camo Cactus for the speed. But now that's been addressed, petrified cactus would take Camo Cactus's place, and that's because Captain Cannon and petrified cactus are both of the same character variants, where you shoot your gun and when you press the trigger again, it will let out an explosion. Now the reason I don't like this, and I actually put this as one of the worst characters, is because with the pirate variants in general, and the cactus, you could say, is you're going to use them as snipers. Like, you have really good sniping variants, long range, can hang in the back, got good zoom. But with Captain Cannon, if you want to snipe, you physically have to wait until your bullet has, say, travelled across the whole map if you're right at the back, or just travel to the target you're aiming at, because obviously when you press the trigger again, bam, the first shot you've shot off explodes. So you can't just, like, say, snipe someone there and then keep on shooting if they're moving, because obviously your bullets will explode just in front of you and they won't actually reach your target. And that's just another reason why not to do it, is the fact that if you are trying to hit a moving target, you quite literally have to pinpoint where they're gonna go. Because if I shoot at someone, right, say he's at that tree, he could easily move left and right, and if I want to adjust my shot, as I said, like, my English stuttering, as I said, you have to wait until the shot gets over to there to first initially be able to fire another one. So it's just a really slow variant, slow gameplay, having to wait for your shots to land, having to predict where enemies are going to go. That's just not my cup of tea, okay, friends? It's not my cup of tea. But with Captain Cannon done and over, let's move on to the next zombie. Alright, guys, we have for our second top 3 worst zombie, Mr. I believe he's called Scuba Soldier, yeah, with his sonar shots. Now, the sonar shots, there's many reasons why I don't like this, but the main reason is the fact that because you've only got 2 bullets, you're not really effective on outright killing, like, plants or any really heroes. Like, you can see we're doing 36 damage per hit there, and if you think about it, a sunflower has 75, so you have to get 2 direct shots off to outright kill a sunflower, and that's the character variant with the least health, okay, or an imp, but obviously the imps are on your side. But to outright kill a sunflower, you have to get 2 direct shots off, okay. Now you've only got 2 shots, so if you miss one of those shots, you're caught vulnerable, reloaded, and can easily be taken out if you're not in a sniping position. The only good, like, sort of upgrade to this is that each shot obviously does multiple damage to multiple targets. There's an AoE, and if your target goes behind a wall, you can actually point out where they're going so you can see them, because it highlights them, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a look. Let's have a gander. Oh, I can't even land a good shot. Yeah, there we go. You can see them through the wall. So that is a pretty decent advantage to it, but having this sort of vulnerability to where if you miss your first shot and you have to reload to actually be able to outright kill corns, cactuses, citrons with the low ammo, and the fact that there's just not enough damage, puts him in the second spot for the top 3 worst zombies. The last guy, okay, guys, and actually before we get into that, I don't want to pick an all-star, just because the main reason I'd pick an all-star is because they're slow, and then if I pick that all-star because he's slow, I'd have to pick every other all-star because they're slow. Same with the Citron, same with any other slow character in the game, and it kind of bugs me that this has to be my last choice as well, because I didn't want to pick, say, an electric variant because you have to charge up their attacks, because then you'd have to pick every other electric variant. But compared to every other superhero, having to charge up Cosmic Fist is just really annoying. Like, it's so annoying, whereas other superheroes, I go in and I can just pummel them, and you can sort of do that, but obviously you're doing less damage if you use Cosmic Fist sort of standard attack, and you're doing more damage if you charge it up. But that's not my playstyle. Running in, trying to dodge and weave and just land those charge attacks is not me. I like to run in and just pummel people with electric brains on a normal superhero brains, and just be able to just do insane damage like that, rather than having to wait for a charged attack. But guys, that has been the top 3 worst zombies. If you haven't already, go check out the top 3 worst plants. Once again, this is all opinionated on my opinion. I haven't got all the characters, so when I do get them all, there will be more top 3 worst, top 3 best that are still to come, of course. So be sure to check back to our channel. And if you want to see other games, there is Overwatch, Golf with Friends. What else is on there? We've got a bit of Call of Duty on the way. We've got No Man's Sky. We've got Ark coming up. We've got a ton of stuff on the way. So yeah, thanks for the support, and I'll see you on the next video.